Come join hand in hand, brave Americans all, and rouse your bold hearts at fair liberty's call. No tyrannous act shall suppress.
Hello, Jefferson. Are you ready to see whose ideals will prevail? You would be surprised to see the Jeffersonian Republicans' point of view as being superior. Let's talk about neutrality proclamation first. Our alliance with France is only from the past government, and unfortunately they have been riddled with revolution. Our alliance was with King Louis XVI, who was unfortunately overthrown, and we have no relation to this current France. You, Hamilton, are not a man of moral character. Are you saying to let men who fought with us against tyrannical Britain to die against our old enemy? Without the French, we would not have this prosperous nation to this day. A treaty between nations is more than a faction of law, but a promise to their people. Ignoring this fact is going against everything we fought for. The treaty that occurred with France was to their own people, and going against them will be disastrous in the long run. The day we need help, the French unfortunately will not be there to provide it to us. Their government's changing, which gives us more of a reason to secure their freedom, and the United States can help them develop into a prosperous republic. Unfortunately, this is not true. Laws are not always the most moral of ideas. A law doesn't have to be moral, it just has to be just. Even though not going to war may have consequences to the French, we have no business entering their personal affairs. Well, according to the. Before you finish that statement, we as Americans have the right for peace and neutrality as the default for this God blessed nation. Why should we put ourselves in meaningless wars and leave our own men vulnerable? Why should us, the United States, focus on the well being of other nations who are much older than us and not foster the prospering child that we call our own? The American public should not indulge in other countries' affairs. Fortunately, Alexander, this is a loan we have to pay. We will not be putting our own country in jeopardy. A victory against the Britain again will make the redcoats fear the red, white, and blue. Giving our support to the French will be an asset to us, and in itself will repay us in the times to come, Alexander. I completely disagree, but I see your invalid point. The executive branch, otherwise the president, has the right and power to preserve the peace of our nation. The president can keep us in peace until we are put under threat by an opposing tyrannical power. Are you serious? And you call yourself a son of liberty? The President of the United States does not have the authority to call a war or bring peace to our nation. Only Congress has this. And this was a right we agreed on earlier in the development of our nation. Giving power to the President would be a hassle in reducing the Congress's power. This would prove fatal to the checks and balances system we have currently in place. To segue into the next topic, the Jay Treaty is another amazing thing given by our God blessed government. As a republic, I am more Anglophilic, and the British will prove a great asset for us. Them being our number one trading partner will greatly improve our economic prosperity of the United States of America. The British are both powerful and have quality European items that we unfortunately do not have. Their help and trade will be needed for the best and wellness of our nation. Thank you. Sorry, Alexander, I have to end this debate really quickly. Are you saying to go against our little brother, the French, and support the wretched British? I am backed by the farmers and more anchrophilic, and most of our nation are farmers and low income people. This all boils down to who you like, and I would say supporting a rising democracy will not hurt anybody. Why should we impose rules on the economy instead of laissez faire, an invisible hand? Why should we, the government, be involved in the economy of our nation? And why should we have a national bank? You also argue that, which is completely unnecessary. We did not agree to this, and if someone takes advantage of this fact, a tyrannical government will prevail. The farmers who have the majority take my side, and unfortunately, your point does not stand. We need to get a distance from the economy and let capitalism and our economic system do its work. In addition, helping the French will be more beneficial for the wellness of our nation. Thank you, Alexander, and see you later. Wait, let me say, wait.